Welcome to another Wall Street Informer production on WSI TV.
We are back for a brand new episode of WSI TV. I'm Sean Bauer. With me, as always, is Jordan Bishop. Now, the topic of the day is what could be the foundation for your $1 million portfolio. We're also going to get to some new versus picks, but first we got to start with results from our last round of versus, Jordan.
Exactly. You know, and I have to say my NML, it broke even. It's still going. If I would have actually traded that, I would still be in it.
Right.
My stop loss has not been hit yet. But your CM, you know, you went with the short trade, and it really worked out well for you.
Yeah, it's kind of our longer-term play on Canadian housing. So that was a decent short there. It's really more of a long-term play, and of course we have to cut these all short just based on, you know, the verses for a couple of weeks. But now that that's out of the way, are you ready for your Wheel of Misfortune spin?
Let's take a look at it.
All right, let's get to it. All right, here we go. Now this will be the punishment you have next week. And it's going to be one of our favorites, lemon liquor.
All right, so as you saw, I got the lemon liquor challenge. You'll see next week I'll have to take a bite of a lemon every minute throughout the course of the episode.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
But for right now, we're going to turn to rapid fire round. Sean's got 60 seconds on the clock, and we're going to answer as many of your questions as possible.
Yep, there we go. All right, Jordan, what is a limit trade?
Limit trade is a trade you place when you want to pay no more or no less than the price you specify. You know, as opposed to a market trade where you're just going to pay the market price. It could be higher than what you want to buy.
Market trade goes immediately.
Exactly. Yeah. So who's your favorite current CEO and why?
It has to be Richard Branson. Everybody knows him from Virgin. The way he handles his employees and the way he's just taking his companies, you know, straight up skyrocketing.
Yeah, I like his no tie policy, you know?
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Jordan, what is the best time of day to buy stocks?
I'd say the last 10 minutes of the trading day, between 3:50 and 4, if you can get right in there. It gives you a good idea of where the stock's going to close for the day. And as you know, we usually go by the closing price for our trades.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, Sean, what was the most memorable stock you've ever traded?
It has to be Cantel Medical. It used to be CMN. Now the ticker is CMD. But you can go look at the chart. I mean, it's a nothing but climb, and pretty much every time it's bounced off of, we use the 200-day moving average. Pretty much every time it bounced, I made money on it, so you can tell why it's a favorite of mine.
Yeah, definitely. 60 seconds up. And now we're going to take a look at infrastructure stocks. You know, right here we've got the foundation for your $1 million portfolio. Last week was dubbed Infrastructure Week by President Donald Trump. He was focusing on the new infrastructure budget that where he pledged $200 billion over the next 10 years to work on infrastructure. Yeah,
this was a big part of his campaign promises, something that obviously Wall Street has liked. Investors have liked. And this past week, he was going over, I think, trying to privatize air traffic control. That was one of the bigger points from last week.
Right.
And now, as you pointed out, pledging $200 billion in infrastructure spending over the next 10 years.
Yeah, and if you don't know already, infrastructure is the backbone of the American economy. We're talking roads, bridges, all that stuff. You know, but these stocks could really become the backbone of your portfolio over the next 10 years, as we said, as this money is being spent to help boost the infrastructure of the U.S.
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, you use the term backbone. We used foundation earlier. I mean, it's just something that's going to be solid, sitting for you, as we're talking about over the next 10 years possibly, but something that's just constantly bringing you in a stream of profit. So it's clearly something we have our sights set on.
Exactly, and we've already seen some major winners so far. Caterpillar is up, you know, 30%. We got Deere up 44%, and United Rentals is up 42%, all since the election. So you can really see how investors are believing in Trump's infrastructure plan as they're piling their money into these, you know, crucial infrastructure stocks.
Yeah, I mean, clearly there's already been results just based on his promises, but now as he starts making them more concrete, where he's actually getting results and putting plans into action, you can see these going up even more, and I would say a lot more, Jordan.
Right, yeah, there's a lot of room to grow for these stocks, you know, and I would say start keeping an eye out for when these trades are prime. You know, as always, we'll be informing you guys when we see something good come up. But for right now, I think we got 2 new versus stocks, right?
Yeah, that's right. Mine is actually, my pick is PICK, P-I-C-K. That is iShares Global Metals and Mining ETF. And right now it's at 26.86, and I'm actually feeling really good, so I don't like your chances here.
Okay, I know I've seen that one before. We've been watching it closely, but Sean snagged it, so I'm going to have to do one better with LOGI. Logitech, it's a Swiss tech company, and it's sitting around $38.31. So not a penny stock, but it is a boxy stock, which I like, so we'll see how that steps up.
Yeah, I like both of these a lot, but we'll see how they do over the next 2 weeks before we get to the Wheel of Misfortune again, which hopefully you'll take a spin on.
We'll see.
As we wrap up this episode, do you have any final notes for us, Jordan?
Yeah, I do, and my note is actually going to give Sean some credit here, which you guys should know I don't like doing. But his pick, Tesla from March 31st for Versus, is actually up 30% right now. So if you joined along and you traded that one with us, you've made a nice gain. I know we've been talking about Tesla a lot. I don't think it's done growing yet. I think Elon Musk is going to push that stock. Push his company is what his focus is on, up to new heights. It's at 360 now.
Yeah.
I could see that being a $1,000 stock over the next few years.
Yeah, I mean the climb from I think 300 to 360 has been like the snap of a finger.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for being with me, Jordan.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
Thank you all for watching, and we will speak to you next time. Cheers.
Thanks for watching another Wall Street Informer production on WSI TV. Be sure to visit wallstreetinformer.com, where you can become a member for free and gain instant access to the secrets of market millionaires via the Wall Street Informer Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at wallstreetinformer.com.